Welcome to Algebra 2, Section 3.2, Writing Linear Equations Part 1. This is a bit of review from Algebra 1, so feel free to take a look at one of my Algebra 1 videos if you need more help. Recall that a slope-intercept form of a linear equation y equals mx plus b, where m is the slope and b is the y-intercept. When you're asked to write the equation and you have the slope, use slope-intercept form. That's going to be key here. So when I have the slope, I want to use slope-intercept form. Be kind of nice. So let's write the equation of the graph line in slope-intercept form. Okay, so first thing I need to find is my y-intercept. My y-intercept is where I cross the y-axis. So for here, it looks like I cross the y-axis at 1. So I know that my b for y equals mx plus b is equal to 1. Next, let's take a look. I'm going down 1, 2, 3. I'm going over 1, 2, 3, 4. So I'm going down 3 and over 4, which means that my slope, my m, is going to be negative 3/4. Because remember, my slope is rise over run. So let's use that to write my equation. Y equals m times x plus b. And I'm done. Let's try another one. So my y-intercept, again, is at negative 5. My slope, looks like I'm going to use this point instead because it's nice. It's on the grid lines. Feel free to use a nice point. I think this point as well is nice, but that's okay. I'll just use the two further ones. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 up. Going up 6, rising 6, running 1, 2, 3, 4. So my slope, my m, is 6 over 4, which I can reduce down to 3/2. Remember, if you did use this point and this point, you would get the same slope because you'd be going up 1, 2, 3 and running over 1, 2. You'd get the same slope. Kind of cool. So now we have those two pieces of information. Let's use it to write our slope-intercept form. Y equals m times x plus b, or b is negative. So instead of plus, I'll just put a -5 there. Okay, I believe I have a couple for you to do. So go ahead and pause the video, try this one real quick, and I'll see you in a second. Now that you've tried that, let's look at it together. We have it crosses here at 3. So I know that my b is equal to 3. And I'm rising 1 and I'm running 2. So I have a slope of 1/2. Rise over run. That'll give me y is equal to 1/2 times x plus 3 as my slope-intercept form. One more for you to try. Go ahead and pause the video and try it on your own. Now that you've tried it on your own, let's do it together. Write the equation of the graph line in slope-intercept form. So I have b, my y-intercept here is 7 because that's where I cross the y-axis. My other point here looks like I'm going down 1, 2, 3 down and running 1, 2, 3, 4. So I'm going down 3 and over 4. So I have a slope of negative 3/4 and a y-intercept of 7. So y is equal to negative 3/4 times x plus 7. And I'm done. Notice that for any 2 points on the line, the rise is the difference in the y's, and the run is the difference in the x's, which means I can use the slope formula that you may have seen before in Algebra 1, you probably have, That is, m is equal to y2 minus y1. The rise divided by my run, x2 minus x1. Kind of helpful, the slope formula. Don't forget it from Algebra 1. We're going to use it now. So let's do it. Let's find the slope of a line through negative 1, 1, and 2, negative 5 using the slope formula. So m, my slope, is equal to y2 minus y1 over x2 minus x1. Now I have to ask myself, which point do I want to be number 1 and which one do I want to be number 2? I'll make this point number 1. So that means that negative 1 is my x1 and 1 is my y1. I'll make this point number 2, which means that 2 is my x2 and negative 5 is my y2. So now let's plug it into my formula. So I have negative 5 over 2 minus 1 on the top and minus negative 1 on the bottom. Negative 5 minus 1 is negative 6 over 2 minus a negative 1 is 3. Because remember, a negative times a negative is a positive. So negative 6 divided by 3 is negative 2, which means I have a slope of negative 2. Can we do this from a t-table? Can I find the slope of the line using this? Sure I can. I just remember that each xy is a point. So I'm going to use these 2 points right here. So my slope formula, m is equal to, in this case, let's have it be 5 minus 2 on the top and 8 minus 4 on the bottom. 5 minus 2 is 3, over 8 minus 4 is 4, and I get a slope of 3/4. Can I do it using the slope formula, finding it from a graph? Sure I can. Let's just pick 2 points that we like. How about this point right here? This happens to be the point 0 on my x, negative 2 on my y. Okay, and then let's pick this one right here. This is 3 in my x direction, my left and right, and negative 2 in my y direction. So now let's use my slope formula on that. So I'll have negative 2, 0, minus negative 2 on the top and 3 on the bottom. Negative 2 plus 2 is 0. 0 over negative 3 is just 0. So my slope is 0. Go ahead and try this one on your own. Pause the video and I'll see you in a second. Okay, now that you've tried it on your own, let's do it together. You picked 2 points and you did it together. So m is equal to negative 1 minus negative 3, negative 4 minus negative 6. So I'll end up getting negative 1 plus 3 is positive 2. Negative 4 plus 6 is positive 2. 2 divided by 2 is 1. So I have a slope of 1. We're going to skip this one. So because the slope of any line is constant, it's possible to use any point on the line and the slope of the line to write an equation of the line in point-slope form. You may remember this from Algebra 1. That's y minus y1, using the y coordinate, is equal to m times x minus x1. I'm also going to show you an alternate way of doing it that I think is easier. So write the equation that has a equation of the line that goes through 1, negative 5 and has a slope of 3. So if you want to remember the slope formula, it's y minus y1 is equal to m times x minus x1. So what we would do is we would plug in 3 for my m, negative 5 for my y1, and 1 for my x1. So y minus negative 5 is equal to 3 times x minus 1. Negative times a negative is a positive, so I'll get y plus 5. I'm going to distribute to break my barriers. I'm going to subtract 5, and I'll get y is equal to 3x minus 8. But you're saying, wait a minute, what if I don't want to remember the slope, the point slope form? That sounds terrible. I don't want to remember that. Well, you're in luck. You, in fact, can just remember y equals mx plus b. Okay, I know my slope, so I'm going to plug it in. I know an x and I know a y, and let's solve for b. So my slope is 3. My x is 1. I don't know what b is. I'm trying to find it. And I know that my y is negative 5. Let's do it from here. 3 times 1 is 3. I'll have negative 5 is equal to 3 plus b. Subtract 3 from both sides to get b all by itself. And I'll get negative 8 is equal to b. Okay, now let's just plug it back into our slope-intercept form. Y is equal to 3x minus 8. Hey, I got the same thing, except this way I didn't have to memorize the formula. Hey, that sounds kind of great. Let's use it to our advantage in the next one. Okay, write the equation of the line in slope-intercept form that goes through 4, negative 3, and having a slope of 1/2. Well, we'll do it two ways. Y minus y1 is equal to m times x minus x1. And we'll do it in the y equals mx plus b way. So y minus negative 3 is equal to 1/2 times x minus 4. 1/2 times x is 1/2 x. 1/2 times negative 4 is negative 2. And I'll distribute that negative in, and it'll give me y plus 3. Subtract 3 from both sides to get y all by itself. And I'll get y is equal to 1/2 x minus 5. Let's see if I get the same thing over here. Negative 3 is equal to 1/2 times 4 plus b. 1/2 times 4 is, of course, 2. 2 plus b is equal to negative 3. Subtract 2 from both sides. And I'll get negative 5 is equal to b, which I can use to then write y is equal to 1/2 x minus 5. So I got the same thing two ways. So feel free to use either one of these ways, whichever one you prefer. Go ahead and try this one on your own, and I'll see you in a second. Now that you've tried it on your own, let's do it together. Write the equation of the line with the slope of negative 2 that goes through 17 and 6. You did it in one of the two ways. I'm just going to show one of them, the y equals mx plus b way. If you use the other way, that's totally fine. I'm just going to do this one this time. Times 17 plus b. Negative 2 times 17 is negative 34. Plus b is equal to 6. Add 34 to both sides. And I'll get b is equal to 40. Which will give me y is equal to negative 2x plus 40. We're going to skip this one. Let's go ahead and try this one out. Write the equation of the line in slope-intercept form that goes through 4, 0, and negative 2, 8. So the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to find my slope. So I'll do 8, negative 2, minus 0, minus 4. That'll give me 8 over negative 6, which I can reduce down to negative 4/3. Then from here, I just want to find the equation of the line. So I'm going to use this point 4, 0, and I'll do it in the point slope form way this time. Y minus y1 is equal to m times x minus x1. So I'll have y minus 0 is equal to negative 4/3 times x minus 4. Distribute, and I'll get negative 4/3 x plus 16/3 is equal to y minus 0. Well, y minus 0 is just y. So I'm done. Go ahead and pause the video and try this one on your own. Now that you've tried it on your own, let's do it together really quick. So, I need to find my slope. You found the slope to be 5/2 plus 3 plus 2. 5 plus 3 is 8 over 2 plus 2 is 4, which gives me a slope of 2. Y equals mx plus b. So I'll have 5 is equal to 2 times 2 plus b. 2 times 2 is 4. 4 plus b is equal to 5 minus 4 minus 4. I'll get 1 is equal to b. So I can rewrite this as y is equal to 2x plus 1. Thanks for watching, and I hope to see you soon.